Hi! For World Gin Day, just wanted to create a little recipe and share it with you guys to make some cocoa gin and orange truffles. So pretty simple to make, not a lot of ingredients to it. So yeah, let's get going. So to make these, you're going to need some dark chocolate. So there's 100 grams of dark chocolate in there and 180 grams of 40% milk chocolate. So you can play about with chocolates, use different ratios. It might affect how firm or soft the truffles end up being, but yeah, that's a good guide to start with. You're going to need double cream. So in here, I've got 180 grams of double cream. Then I've got some butter left out room temperature, so 30 grams of butter left to soften. The most important bit, cocoa gin. So we're going to need 70 grams of that, and then finally grated zest of 1 orange. So yeah. First off, the chocolate. You're going to have to melt this a little bit, so it just makes it a little bit easier. You don't have to worry so much about the piece size you've got in there, so you've got bigger chunks. If you sort of pre-melt it a little bit in the microwave first, it means when you pour your warm cream over it, you know all the chocolate's going to melt properly. So I'll go to the microwave. Okay, so a few minutes in the microwave. You can see there's still a few lumps of chocolate in there, but it's mostly melted. It's given a bit of a head start before we now warm our cream up and get that going. So pop that down there. Oops. Go and warm this in the microwave. So the cream, you just really want to get it up to just below boiling. So just when it looks like it's going to sort of break out into a simmer, you can do it in the microwave, you can do it in a pot. So yeah, so that's just in my microwave just now, heating up, and then it will be poured over this chocolate. Okay, so I've heated my cream up, chocolate in here, just going to pour this all in. And get my arm out of the way, that would help. Just scoop it all out. Try and not burn yourself in the process. Okay. And then just start stirring. So you just kind of keep your movement, ideally in the middle. Don't need to go crazy with this, just keep stirring and stirring gently, making little small circles in the middle of your bowl, and you will see an emulsion start to come together. And at this point, as it's starting to come together, you can take your spatula all the way around, gather any chocolate and cream there, and just then again go in the middle. So you should end up with something nice and smooth like this. Hopefully you can see that. And then we're going to add our butter. So just take your butter that's at room temperature, chop into little cubes, and just get that into the bowl as well. And then again, just start stirring this in until your butter melts into your ganache. And the second last thing we're going to add in when this is all melted is going to be the gin, the best bit. So we're going to give it a good shot of gin. And the thing with these truffles, you ideally, I'm making these just now, we're going to leave them in the fridge overnight, and then just in the bowl, just leave the ganache mix, and then tomorrow we will form them into shapes and dip them in white chocolate. Okay, so I think you can see now that's all melted. Yep, okay, so next we have, wipe my greasy hands, good glug of gin. So I'm going to put about half of it in at the moment, shot of it, and then just stir again. So just go gentle because your gin is likely to splash. So again, just start in that middle. It looks like it's separating at first, but then your emulsion should come back as you start to blend it in. You can do this kind of thing in a blender or use a stick blender as well. You just have to be careful not to get too many air bubbles. So you can see that there. Once that bit's blended in, put it in 3 lots. Put the next lot in. And just again, same thing again. So really what you want to do is probably make the ganache maybe a Thursday night, so Friday you can be making your truffles ready for the start of the weekend. So again, you've got that like that. Last glug. So now the last thing, now that that's all come together to go in, is going to be the orange zest. So you can see again that's all nice and smooth. Hopefully you can see that there on the camera. Yeah, anyway, so orange. I've got a microplaner here, got chocolate all over it, so a really good little tool, but anything that can give you fine zest. So I would say maybe half or just over half an orange zest would be enough. So just directly into your bowl. Again, you just want the zest of it, you don't want the pithy bit obviously. Give that a shot, make sure you get all the bits. I'll have to turn it this way so you can see it would help. Off the back of your grater as well. And then just give them a good stir. Perfect. Okay, so now all we need to do is cover this in cling film. So we don't want any of that delicious alcohol to be lost while it's waiting overnight in the fridge. So once we've given it that really good mix in to get the orange mixed throughout it all, the next step is going to be to get it like that. So what we do, although it looks messy, is take it and just push it down so it just sits on the surface of the ganache like that and try and make it touch pretty much all the way around. Like so. And then tear it off. And that will just then pop into your fridge, leave it overnight or for at least several hours. So I think overnight's the best policy to make sure it's set enough. So gin and orange ganache has been in the fridge overnight. So it's the following day. With this one we're going to hand enrobe in white chocolate to finish it off. But first off we just want to form them quickly into rough truffle shapes and get them all on the board ready. So I'm just going to show you how to do that. So just take your cling film off and then another couple of spoons, and then again just small pieces, literally just flick them off into any rough truffle shape and just lay them out on your board. I need to move a little bit further down so you can see me doing it here. There you go, like that. Just flick them off. So yeah, just run your spoon along the ganache, scrape it on the other one, and then with the back of that one, just pop it down. So that's me finished forming all the truffles. So they're on this tray, pop them into the fridge just to chill them a bit so they're a bit easier to handle when it comes to dipping into the white chocolate. Just preparing white chocolate to dip the gin and orange truffles into. So again, I think you've maybe seen videos on this before, but it's just the seeding method. So I started with 600 grams of white chocolate I wanted. So I melted 400 grams of that. The other 200 grams I just chopped up quite finely here. And then I'm going to warm this up, so melted the bulk of it in the microwave to about 40-45 degrees. And now I'm going to add this stuff here, the chopped stuff that we didn't melt. So this has got the crystals that we want to give us tempered chocolate. So we're just effectively seeding the melted chocolate. Stir it in, and then we should have chocolate that's good for dipping. So just keep giving it a good stir, get it into the warm chocolate, and before long we'll be ready to dip our truffles. So my chocolate is now all melted, hopefully you can see that. So it's good, ready to be dipped in. I'm just using a little towel here just to prop up your bowl to make it a little bit easier for dipping. Just get the chocolate into a pool. If you had a smaller bowl, I've got 600 grams of white chocolate. You could probably manage with 300. I won't use this all up, but I can just reset that again and keep it for another recipe once I'm done with dipping the truffles. But yeah, if you had a smaller, more suitable bowl, then by all means use that. Just leave the spatula on the side, prop them up. You're going to need a fork, just your average fork. And then on this side here, I've got a piece of greaseproof over a tray, so I'm just going to be lifting up. So you work from however you work, so for me it's going from left to right. So I'm going to pick up the truffle, drop it in the chocolate, flip it over, and then onto this board here. And what I've got in this little plate is I just zested some oranges, popped them in the oven, just about 50 degrees, not hot at all, but maybe for about 10-15 minutes, the zest, and you can see it's turned into like a much kind of drier sprinkle that I will just put on top to add a little finishing decoration to the truffles. So here it goes. So take one, drop it in, hopefully you can see this a little bit through the bowl, cover your chocolate over it, and then in with the fork and just keep dipping into the chocolate to remove the excess from the bottom, and then over onto here. You could do a couple normally before you have to worry about sprinkling. So again, Just dip, 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 dip. Cool. And then you can take a little bit of this and just sprinkle on top, just to add a little finishing touch. So that's me finished dipping them all. They're all on the tray. Just going to pop them into the fridge and then we'll bring them out. So after about 15 minutes or so in the fridge, that is them ready. So yeah, made about 50 truffles, or just less than, with that batch that we did. So yeah, please give it a go. Let us know how you get on with cocoa gin and orange truffles. Enjoy!